Hello. Hi, Facebook. Hi, everyone. Hi, Instagram. Hi, everyone. How are you guys today? I am honored to be here with you as always, and I'm going to apologize in advance for sounding a little nasally. We've been fighting a little cold over here, and hopefully it's on its way out. I am sipping my homemade tea. You can't really see much of it left. There's some ginger in there, but it's hot water with lemon, elderberry syrup, fresh ginger, and so good. So good for ginger and elderberry syrup, such a potent cold and flu fighter. I posted the other day for you guys on my Insta stories, I think, so you guys can check out the recipe. I use the recipe from Wellness Mama. Hi, Karen. Courtney, Beth, hi, guys. Helen, Raven, let's see who else is joining us. Hello, hello, Marcy. Hi, guys. So happy to have everyone here today and happy to be here. Laura, hello. Instagram, can you guys hear me okay? I have my headphones in. I didn't forget. So today we're going to talk about busting some period myths. That's right. First, though, I want to talk to you about something else. I just want to say thank you. I want to say welcome. There's so many new followers. We reached 5,000 Instagram followers this past week, which is freaking amazing. And Facebook, we are so close to 10,000. So I'm so excited about that. And we're doing incredible giveaways on Instagram. So Facebook, if you don't follow me on Instagram, hop over, follow me on Instagram. We're doing a whole week of giveaways where we're giving away things like books, signed books by me. We're giving away some beauty products. We're giving away some other things that I'm not going to mention. You got to follow me to find out. But yeah, we reached 5,000 Instagram followers, which is awesome. So fun. I love reaching all new people. Facebook, I love you guys too. I love reaching new people. We are so close to 10,000 followers, which, you know, it's just fun to be able to reach that many people. It's such an honor that you guys invite me into your life, that you care what I got to say, and I really appreciate that. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And also stick around towards the end because I do have some fun things to offer you guys. So stick around and also ask questions, okay? Because I'm going to cover what I think are the basic period myths, but you guys might have some that you know of that I don't know about. And I want to bust them with you. So let's do that. Yeah, we love these giveaways. They're super exciting. Let's see. Echo, have you discussed low AMH? I have quite a bit, Echo. If you go on my YouTube channel, you can see some of my Facebook lives about AMH. On my Facebook page alone, you can see as well. And also, if you want to join my Ultimate Fertility membership, which we're going to talk about a little bit, it's $22 a month. You can get the first 3-day trial for free, and you'll get access to all of my content that I definitely cover AMH in a lot of those videos. And so why don't you check that out? Beth, maybe you could post the link for Echo here about the Ultimate Fertility membership. But I also bring that up because I think in the month of December and the Ultimate Fertility membership, so each month we have different themes. Oh, you're going to see Sarah today. I'll give her my best salute. I love it. But Echo, if we're going to have themes in the Ultimate Fertility membership. So each month you get a meditation, you get a mantra, and there's a theme, and we highlight different content. And AMH is going to be one of the themes, I think, in the next month or two. So anyway, if you want more information, that's an awesome resource for you. But also just go on the videos in my Facebook page and you'll see I've talked about AMH many times before. So yes, absolutely, we talk about it. What's the difference between the membership and the e-course? Oh, Natalie, great question. So the membership is a lot cheaper. You don't get access to the e-course in the membership. The membership is $22 a month. You get access to all of my archived material. So meaning if you go over to AIMEE'S.com, and you check out my workshops and guides section. So we'll go to AIMEE'S.com. You go to shop and you go to online workshops and guides. So when you become a member of the Ultimate Fertility membership, you literally get access to every single workshop and guide except for the Yes You Can Get Pregnant e-course. So you get the Nourish Your Fertility Retreat. You get the Fertility Enhancing Bundle. You get the 4-week digital program. Yes. You get the Yes You Can Get Pregnant cookbook. You get the acupressure guide and video. You get fertility enhancing meditations. You get, when you are pregnant, you get a month free for the Yes, You Are Pregnant monthly membership. You get yoga for autoimmunity. You get It Takes Two, the ultimate partner guide. You get tapping into your fertile power, living in harmony with your cycle guide, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. You get all my videos. So all the live Q&As I've done and all the, webinars and the, what are those called? Those big workshops. The one I did with Mark, masterclass and stuff like that. So you get like almost like 15 hours of video content of me talking about like all things fertility. So you get access to all of that in the Ultimate Fertility membership. So basically everything but the e-course. Plus you get, every month you get a new guided meditation from me. You get a new monthly mantra from me. And then you also get access to like archived content. So we're going to highlight content that is on the theme of the month. So November is about being grateful for our fertility and where we are in our fertility journey. So we're going to talk a lot about gratitude in November. In December, I think it's about hormones like FSH or AMH. What you also get is quarterly live trainings with me. So once every 4 months, the first one's going to be in December, you're going to get an hour and a half to a 2-hour live training from me in our secret Facebook group. And so we have a secret Facebook group that goes with this. And so you're going to have a community, a tribe of women that are going through what you're going through. And again, all this is for $22 a month. You can cancel at any time. So you get pregnant, you can cancel. And guess what? You get the first month of the Yes, You Are Pregnant community for free. You can stay in it for 6 months. You can stay in it for a year. You can stay in as long as you want to. You can cancel at any time. We also are running a promo now until the 15th of November that if you sign up, you get a $20 gift certificate to Amy Route Beauty. So it basically pays for your first month. And you get a free fertility live Q&A with me, which is going to happen on the evening of November 19th. You can also try a 3 free-day trial of the Ultimate Fertility membership, and that only is up until the 15th. So I think it ends on the 13th or the 12th. Sorry, it ends on the 11th. It ends on the 11th, right? So between now and the 11th, you can try a free 3-day trial of the Ultimate Fertility membership too. So if you want to go in and check it out, see what it's all about, you can do that too. So anyway, I was going to talk about this at the end, but you brought up the question. I think it's great. Again, $22 a month. That's less than $1 a day. You get access to literally almost $2,000 worth of content. Plus you get an incredible tribe of women in the Facebook group. Plus you get access to me in the Facebook group, and you get quarterly live trainings from me. And the guided meditations, I think that alone is worth it because those are brand new content. I'm going to create a new one for every single month for you guys. So I'm super excited about that. And then I've also decided what the live training is going to be for the December month, which is all going to be about your fertile brain and how to begin to, shift your thoughts and your beliefs to really support your fertility. So we're going to really crack open the recipe for how to think fertile. What do fertile people think like? And that's what I'm going to give you guys the tips. And if you don't think that's important, read the current neuroscience research. What you think impacts your fertility, impacts your physiology, impacts everything in your health. So I could go on and on about that topic because I'm passionate about it, but let's get back to the topic at hand today, which is busting some period myths. So first I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's at the core of period and fertility in Chinese medicine. And one of my favorite, Chinese medicine is one of the oldest medicines. It's been around for 5,000 plus years. It's quite a romantic medicine, right? There's a lot of analogies to nature, and, we just believe living in accordance with nature and the Tao, and just, we do believe that fertility and a menstrual cycle, a healthy menstrual cycle is a luxury, is showing that your body has an abundance to give up. So this is some information from a text that was written 5,000 years ago. And the way the text was written is a conversation between a student and a teacher, right? And so we're talking about this substance called, it's spelled Tiangui in Chinese medicine. So basically it means heaven and water. So it's basically, Tiangui is what we call menstrual blood. So it's called heavenly water. So it's water that pours out of you that comes down from the heavens, right? That's a kind of romantic and spiritual, I think. But just listen to this story and you'll understand it more. So in an old age person is not able to produce offspring. Is it because exhaustion of vitality, or is it predestination by the law of nature? So the teacher then responds, and he wants to go through the cycles of a woman's life. So he says, when a girl reaches the age of 7, the kidney energy is so rich that baby teeth are replaced by adult teeth and the hair begins to grow long. So hair is the flourishing of the kidney energy. Kidneys are like our essence, right? I talk about this a lot in my books, but kidneys are our essence. It's like our vitality, you would almost look at it as like our genetic template. So when the kidney chi is flourishing, the baby teeth will be replaced by adult teeth, and because the bones become really strong. Then the hair is also an extension of the bone, so the hair begins to grow long. That's also like another sign that the kidney chi is flourishing, right? At the age of 2 times 7, so 14, the kidney chi is so full that the Tiangui arrives. Tiangui is the heavenly water, also known as the menstrual water. The Renmai, which is our vessel that runs through our fertility meridians, courses, and the Changmai, which is the vessel of blood. This is all Chinese medicine. I know it might go over your head a little bit, but so basically these vessels that are meant for, for our fertility and our menstruation become full with this heavenly water, and it becomes so rich and full that it overflows and we get a period. So we say when the Tiangui, when the heavenly water is so rich and full, it overflows and a woman begins menstruating and she is now fertile. So this is at the age of 14. At the age of 3 times 7, so 21, kidney chi is calm and even. The wisdom teeth come in, so it's like very strong bones, very strong chi, and the hair grows long and luscious. At the age 4 times 7, so 28, the sinews and the bones are strong, the hair is luscious, and the body is fully developed. At the age of 5 times 7, the yang ming mai weakens, the complexion starts to wither, and the hair starts to wither. Right, so now there's a decline. That's 35. I mean, Western medicine talks about this too. At 42, the channels continue to weaken and the complexion and the hair still continue to wither. The hair might turn white in the 40s. At the age of 49, the Renmai, so that's the vessel that holds that Tiangui, the menstrual blood, is now deficient. The Changmai dwindles, that's the channel sea of blood, we call it, and the period stops. And that's when fertility comes to an end. So in Chinese medicine, we believe that from the age of 14 until the age of 49, a woman is fertile. And so it's all about, during those years, maintaining the health and optimal functioning of this Tiangui, of the menstrual heavenly water. So anyway, I wanted to read that to you because to me it's so beautiful, and that's part of my passion about Chinese medicine. I studied Western medicine before I became an acupuncturist and a master of traditional Chinese medicine, and Western medicine doesn't have this kind of romantic beauty that it talks about, this heavenly water, and when it's abundant and overflowing, her fertility is thriving. I mean, I just love it. And so what I try to do clinically, my main goal with anybody who's coming to see me, especially for fertility, but really just general health, I talk to every woman about her period, regardless of where she is in her fertility journey or not. She might not be trying to conceive, but her period tells me a lot. Tells me about the state of the Tiangui, the heavenly water. How does that look? What's the color? How much does it flow? Is it painful? Is it clotting, right? So the period gives me so much information about a woman and about her state of health, not just fertility. And as I always say, you guys know, your fertility is an extension of your health. So the period is just one tool for us as Chinese medicine practitioners to begin to understand how blood is flowing in the body, how much blood there is, what's the color of the blood, what are her symptoms accompanied by her period. And that gives me an idea of where I need to, if I'm doing acupuncture, where I need to put my needles, if I'm doing herbs, what herbs I think are really important. And then, of course, diet and lifestyle, right? So acupuncture is one facet of Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine is diet and lifestyle. It's acupuncture and it's herbs. And then it's movement, of course, too, like Qigong and Tai Chi. So, now I'm going to read to you something else from my first baby, Chill Out and Get Healthy. So this book I wrote back in 2008, and I cover very similar information in Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, which came out in 2014, I think. But so in Yes, You and Chill Out and Get Healthy, on page 24, I'm going over like all the kinks in the system, if you will. And this section is called That Time of the Month. So this is a little savvy, this language back here. I don't really talk like this much, but this was kind of my editor who talked like this. My editor at Penguin, not my personal editor. Listen up, girls. We do not need to suffer. So here's myth number one. We do not need to suffer. We do not need to suffer when we have our period. We should not have debilitating cramps. So no suffering, no cramping, or depression so deep that it scares our mothers. We should not need medication to get through our period. Not Advil, not Motrin, not Xanax, not your antidepressant of choice. We should not crave chocolate so badly that we're willing to give up our big toe for some. And we should not bleed so heavily that we stain clothing, bleed through a super Tampax before leaving the house in the morning, or pass clots so big that we feel like we're giving birth. Okay, so those are some myths. We shouldn't be in pain. We shouldn't have emotional suffering. We shouldn't have super heavy bleeding. We shouldn't have cravings or, any of these extreme symptoms. They just shouldn't exist. It's not a sign of optimal health. It's not a sign of Tiangui being in its abundant right order. So my mentor that I study with, Sharon Weisenbaum, she says everything should be in right order. And when there are symptoms that are that shouldn't be there, it tells me things are not in right order. So my job is to restore the order for you. There shouldn't be spotting at any point outside of your monthly cycle. When your period comes, you shouldn't get pimples, you shouldn't get diarrhea, you shouldn't get constipation. You shouldn't get insomnia, you shouldn't get night sweats, you shouldn't have extreme mood swings or headaches, and you definitely shouldn't need a day off of work. Seriously, the whole premenstrual syndrome complex does not need to be the bane of your existence. Okay, you can make changes in your life that will allay your monthly suffering. And no, I am not referring to taking the pill. That's another myth. The pill does not fix these problems, guys. The pill is a band-aid. And there's loads of problems that come with taking the pill and then stopping the pill. Post-birth control syndrome, I think people are coining it now. So the pill is not a fix for all of this. Gotcha? Okay, so let's see. Lifestyle, dietary changes. So according to the principles of Chinese medicine, a healthy, balanced female does not have PMS. Wow. In Chinese medicine, we usually say PMS is a sign of stuck liver energy. Wow. What does that mean? It just means that the right order isn't restored. It just means things aren't flowing the way they should, right? So it could be due to emotional stagnation, physical stagnation, nutritional deficiencies, spiritual deficiencies. Any of those reasons are probably causing your premenstrual syndrome. So again, myths. You should not suffer. You should not have headaches. You should not be depressed. You should not have crazy cravings. You should not bleed so heavily. You should not bleed super lightly either. You should not spot, right? So, I mean, I think I'm going to explain. Here's what a period should look like, okay? Your period should come regularly. 28, 30, 35 days, kind of just depends. Whatever's regular for you is okay. The first day of bleeding is day 1 of your cycle. They should come on quietly with slight breast tenderness, very little cramping. They should last 4 to 6 days, starting heavier on days 1 and 2, about 8 tablespoons of blood. I don't expect you to get out and measure. Slowly tapering off the last few days. But you should be filling up, if you use pads, a couple pads, like 3 to 4 pads on days 1 and 2. If you're using tampons, which I recommend you use pads, but if you're using tampons, again, a super tampon 3 times a day, 4 times a day is about 8 tablespoons of blood. If you're only filling a regular, it's not enough blood. If you're only filling a panty liner, it's not enough blood. If you're bleeding through tampons and pads, it's too much blood. So these things give me a lot of information of like, okay, where do we need to fix? How do we restore that right order? How do we balance the flow of the heavenly water, the Tiangui? Bleeding should not at any point be excessive, meaning you should be able to make it through a few hours with a super tampon and not leak. On the other end of the spectrum, if you need to wear only panty liner, so I just said all this, the blood should be garnet, fresh red. It shouldn't be dark brown. It shouldn't be pale pink. It shouldn't be black. It shouldn't be loaded with clots. You should have small tissue-like clots. That's totally fine and normal, so it looks like wet Kleenex. But if you have like a quarter, a $50, dime size clots, not really normal. Again, another sign of stagnation usually could be a sign of cold. It could be a sign of blood stagnation, chi stagnation, cold in the uterus. It kind of just depends on the case. I have to take everything into account. So there's not a one-size-fits-all diagnosis for PMS. Everybody's PMS has a different root, if you will. And so that's my job as the practitioner to get to the root of it and begin to fix it. One thing to remember when talking about your period is that in order for something to be considered problematic, right, it has to happen 3 months in a row. We all have off months. You know, I had a really stressful time, and my period was late. Period's usually never late, and I wasn't pregnant, and you know, and it was just stress, right? But it didn't happen 3 months in a row. I did go to my doctor, and I got like my thyroid checked. I got my vitamin D checked. My vitamin D was a little low, so that could have explained it. But it was really, it came down to stress, and you know, I honored that, and I knew I was in a stressful situation, and you know, that's what I mean when the period, the menstrual blood, the tianghui, that heavenly water, that is an abundance, that is a luxury, that is an overflowing. So sometimes when we are under duress or we under stress or we're not treating our bodies right, our body will say, I don't have the goods. I don't have the luxury right now. I don't have the abundance to give away right now. So my period, we're going to pull it back a little bit. It's going to be lighter. It's going to come later. You might not ovulate at the right time. So the period tells us so much about the state of health in the body. And when you're suffering, if you're suffering, it tells me a lot that there's, you know, from a Western perspective, chances are there's a lot of inflammation in your body. You could have something like endometriosis or polycystic ovaries. And so then the work is to begin to shift, right? Change the diet, change the lifestyle, sleep more, you know, make sure we're nourishing ourselves, eating more warm cooked foods than cold raw foods, right? So these are all the key steps to really optimizing that tianghui, that fertile, abundant, heavenly menstrual flow. The healthier that flow is a sign of fertility, right? And so we want that nice, healthy flow. We want a good 2 to 3 days of a nice, healthy flow, and then it should slowly taper off, right? So 4 to 6 days of a bleed, but basically those first 2 days are where we're getting most of our blood out, and then it slowly tapers off. I don't want you vomiting or on the toilet with diarrhea for days before. That's another sign that things are off kilter and your body needs to be reset and restored. Okay, so I just want to go over a couple things. This is so interesting. It makes a lot of sense. Well, good, Susie. I'm glad you feel that way because it makes a lot of sense to me too. Okay, let me just go back over here. And let's see, anybody else have some questions on here? Okay, the Ultimate Fertility Membership. Thanks for this valuable information. I always have dark, almost black blood, except last cycle I had red blood, but again, black brown this cycle. Is this a sign of decreased fertility or unhealthy reproductive system? I rarely have red blood. You know, so Mandy, you know, it is. It's not, again, like all of this doesn't mean you can't get it back. So we can restore the health of the menstrual cycle. We can restore the health of the fertility. But yes, black dark blood is a sign that things are very stagnant and probably very cold in the uterus and not flowing the way they should. So regular acupuncture would be incredible for you, Mandy. Mind abdominal massage would be incredible. Doing some castor oil packs would be awesome. Get healthy blood flow, but also eating really good nutrient-dense foods. So in Chinese medicine, the only way we can build blood to produce heavenly tianghui, right, this heavenly menstrual water, is by the foods that we eat. So we need to eat good quality, nutrient-dense foods. We need to eat lots of warm cooked foods, lots of colorful vegetables, lots of animal protein, lots of bone broth, and that will help restore. So when we're eating kind of like the standard American diet, lots of white flour, lots of sugar, lots of dairy, lots of soy, lots of corn, lots of genetically modified and pesticide-ridden foods, Guess what? Terrible for our health and our fertility, terrible for the tiangwei, terrible for that menstrual water, okay? Again, like I was saying, stress could do it as well. So you could have maybe had a less stressful month when you had the healthy red blood. So just start to pay attention. What were the differences? What did I do differently? And how can I continue that trajectory to then enhance the color of my blood? Sorry, my lighting keeps going wonky on Facebook. Okay, so Nicole, hi, sweetie. I know, I owe you a message. I've had super painful periods, especially on my 4th day while I'm passing a clot. I took Advil for many years, which I've learned is a contributing factor to my leaky gut, which then caused the autoimmunity and Hashimoto's, psoriasis, all this, and trying to become pregnant at 46. Needless to say, I need help. I've also done acupuncture. My FSH and other levels are apparently within normal limits. I've been doing AIP for 2 months now, but it's so hard. I want to believe that my body can become pregnant. Well, that's what I would say, Andrea. It's probably, you sound a bit like maybe you have endometriosis, and the AIP diet or the body belief diet that I have in my book, and where's my book? This guy, this is all AIP as well. And it goes deeper than AIP because it goes into the emotional inflammation, which we all have. So I strongly recommend you check out this book too, if you suspect autoimmunity, which you definitely have. If you have Hashimoto's and you have psoriasis, you definitely have autoimmunity. Eczema, psoriasis, clear-cut autoimmunity. I have eczema. So body belief, though, is an AIP diet, autoimmune paleo, plus the emotional piece, which is huge. Okay, so let's see. Lisa, mine is currently missing. Last cycle was 45 days ago, and then it went missing for nearly 3 to 4 months. So the same thing, I would look back, like what's going on in your life? How are you managing your stress? Are you sleeping enough? Diet, supplements, all of these things. That's super important to restoring menstrual flow. Also, doing things like a castor oil pack. I saw over here on Instagram, a castor oil pack's helpful for a lack of a period. Yes, they can really help improve blood flow and circulation. Acupuncture is incredible for restoring menstrual cycles. So I would recommend seeing an acupuncturist, preferably one that does herbs, because herbs are incredible for helping with this. But follow the diet in here and or in here, and you will restore your cycle. You will. Okay, do cramps during ovulation mean the same thing? Yeah, so cramps during ovulation, I mean, we should have a little cramping during ovulation, like we feel something going on. It's called Mittelschmerz, that's fine. Intense cramping means that maybe there's some cysts, or maybe there's some adhesions, maybe there's some endometriosis and inflammation. So yeah, same thing. Laura, the body belief book is life-changing. Thank you, honey. Andrea, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Krista, my cycle has been on the shorter side for the last couple of years, 25 days lately. So that's normal for you, though. So I would just say that first. Lately, the length of my period is shorter. I spot for 2 days, then get about a day and a half of normal flow, then tapers to light. Any thoughts? So I would say you're probably heading into what we call blood deficiency in Chinese medicine. So I would really amp up the animal protein in your diet. Make sure it's organic. Make sure it's grass-fed. Lots of bone broth. Liver pills, like I recommend in here. I'm a big fan of liver pills. Follow the diet, and yes, you can get pregnant. Follow the lifestyle plan, and yes, you can get pregnant. Check your stress. Make sure you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours. Make sure your vitamin D levels are healthy. Vitamin D, if vitamin D is low, your period will be out of whack. So you gotta have your vitamin D between a 50 and a 70. Super important, okay? I'm using THC for the pain of my endometriosis, and we've been trying to conceive. I'm concerned about using THC when we're trying to conceive. Thoughts? So the THC is the psychoactive stuff, right? CBD is the non-psychoactive. So maybe I would go, I know a bit about medical marijuana. So you could do like a 50-50 CBD to THC. I think that might be okay. Or do like an 80-20 or a 90-10. Do more CBD than THC, because I do worry too about THC and trying to conceive. Okay, so let me go over here. Castor oil packs. Let's see. I follow your advice, diet, sleep, but every month my clots are huge. They look big clumps. Okay, so if you're following my advice, and follow this advice then instead, because it sounds like autoimmunity and inflammation, and then also the emotional piece. If you, like, here's the thing, guys. If you guys have been following the diet and you're taking the supplements and things aren't getting better, there's an emotional piece. So you got to work through some trauma. I say that so lightly. Oh yeah, just work through the trauma. You know what I mean, though. Where are you holding on? Where are you tense? Where are you angry? Where are you resentful? Where are you not expressing yourself? What are you not letting yourself give birth to in your life? Not just from a fertility perspective, but what are you holding yourself back from? Guess what? That could be the root of the cause. So check yourself emotionally. And this book, I think, really goes deep on that, plus the diet in here. So if you've been following the Yes You Can Get Pregnant diet and it's not working, the Body Belief diet is kind of like one more notch up. It's a little more anti-inflammatory, and maybe that's what you need. Okay, thanks for the Clara. This is so interesting. Do you recommend moon cups? I do. I wonder about like if they're plastic. No, but silicone, I think okay. Let's see. Okay. Woohoo. I think some people were enjoying the TCM info. Yeah, I love that stuff too. It's so beautiful. I get pretty heavy headaches for a few days before my period. Is that an indication of a hormonal imbalance? Definitely. It could be several things. It could be a progesterone deficiency. It could be estrogen dominance. It could be blood deficiency like anemia. So it's, I don't have enough information to clearly answer you, but I would say I have these tools that you can go to and you can read and check out and follow and get all the advice you need. You could also join my Ultimate Fertility membership, which is going to give you access to so many things. I have this incredible guide that's called Living in Harmony with Your Cycle. And I go through all the phases, the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle, to help you understand how to best support your body through each phase. And guess what? You get that as part of the Ultimate Fertility membership. So I believe the guide alone is, let's see, is only $15. So you could just buy the guide if you want, but for $22, you get access to that guide and all my other guides, plus my live training, plus the meditations, plus the Facebook group, plus the mantras, plus so much content, the quarterly live training. So, and right now you could try it for 3 days for free. So up until November 11th, you can do a free 3-day trial. And you could see that Living in Harmony with Your Cycle guide for free for the next 3 days. So you could go and check it out right now and then decide to cancel the membership and get it for free, basically. So why not? Why not give that a shot? If you want to just take the leap and join, then you get the nice bonuses of the fertility Q&A with me and the $20 gift certificate to AIMEE'S Beauty. So again, if you want to check out the Ultimate Fertility membership, there's an Instagram. There's a link in my bio. And you'll see on the page about the Ultimate Fertility membership, you can just sign up for the free trial right there. Facebook, we've posted that for you guys. So you can do a free day, oh my God. Yeah, a free 3-day trial. That's very tricky to say. A free 3-day trial and check out the Ultimate Fertility membership, see all the things you get with it. Or you can join right now for $22 a month. And if you join by the 15th, you get the bonuses, which is the live Q&A with me happening on the 19th and a $20 gift certificate to AIMEE'S Beauty. If you do the free 3-day trial, you don't get the bonuses, and the trial only is until November 11th. So you got to take advantage of that, guys. Then it's going to disappear probably forever. So if you want to see what the Ultimate Fertility membership is all about, go and take the leap and try the free trial, okay? So let's see, I'm going to wrap up. I'm just going to go through, see if there's any other questions coming through. How can you tell if your progesterone is low? So I usually just say blood test. You do a cycle day 21, or 6 days post ovulation blood test, and it should be between about a 15 to a 20. That's the best way. Just ask your doctor to test your progesterone. You need to do it 6 or 7 days post ovulation. Everybody ovulates at different times, so check your ovulation, then check your progesterone levels. You could also do the Dutch test, which is a hormone test. It's a urinalysis. I love the Dutch. I use it all the time in my practice. You can check it out at DutchTest.com, or it's thedutchtest.com, I think is the website. Beth can post that. That's another good way to check your progesterone levels. And that also checks all your hormones, which is awesome. Let's see. My period is light and only 3 days at most. I'm 37, low AMH. Does light period mean menopause? No. And nor does AMH. What AMH means when it's low is that ovarian function is compromised. All you need to do is increase healthy blood flow and circulation to those ovaries. The AMH will improve. So acupuncture, castor oil packs, mind abdominal massage, nutrient-dense diet, movement, exercise, yoga, things to open up that pelvic floor, incredible for ovarian health and will help with blood flow. Chinese herbs, see an herbalist, see an acupuncturist, follow the diets I got mapped out for you. You can do this. Is it possible for someone to be overly sensitive to acupuncture? I ovulated super early last cycle, the day after my first acupuncture treatment. Sometimes the first acupuncture treatment can be highly powerful, so that is not unlikely. I don't expect that would happen every single time, no, but it just means, yeah, your energy was really movable, and I think that's a great sign. And your body was ready to do it. So I don't think it's a negative thing. We just encourage the body to function better. We don't make the body do things. We just kind of nudge it along. So, how would one know if they were lacking progesterone or having too much estrogen? Again, I would use the Dutch test. That's, in my opinion, the best. It's a hormone test. It's $250. You could find a practitioner that can help you order it. You can order it under my name and I could read it for you. I believe I charge $150 for a Dutch test analysis. So you can contact my team about that if you want. Okay, what should progesterone be 5 days post-ovulation? It should just be above a 5, basically. That tells us you ovulated. But 5 days post, hopefully it's closer to a 15. And yeah, again, numbers are all listed in these books. Okay, guys, I got to wrap up because I got to go pick up my son from school, but these questions are incredible. Again, if you want access to my Living in Harmony with Your Cycle guide, join up for the Ultimate Fertility membership. It's only $22 a month. That's less than $1 a day. You get access to this guide for free, plus like 20 other guides, and over 14 hours of video content from me, over nearly $2,000 worth of content for $22 a month, plus my quarterly live trainings, plus the meditations and the mantras, and a really awesome tribe of women in your secret Facebook group. So anyway, I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the Ultimate Fertility membership. Keep circling through. If you have more questions, I'll circle through later and I'll answer them, okay? Ciao for now. Bye, bye, bye. Gotta go.